what are we expecting with our Braves? Guys, the trade deadline is August 1st. And part of this discussion with our Braves is whether we're going to make a legitimate move, meaning starting pitcher, okay? And there might be one that is going to be showcased in this series. Are we going to go bullpen, which is, of course, for me, it's a closer. It's a setup or a closer. That's what I want. I think that helps our bullpen immensely. Or do you just go rent a guy? And when I ask this, when you talk about renting a player, understand this. This has not been the philosophy of the Braves, okay? When Alex Anthopoulos has made moves, John, he has attempted to make a move where we still have control of this particular player for the next few years.
Yes.
Whether you want to trade him or keep him.
Mm-hmm.
But you have salary control, not a guy that's going to come in here and as soon as we win the World Series, he's gone.
Mm-hmm.
That is not traditionally what they've done. But you think this year's different?
Well, I know it's not traditionally what they've done, but they've actually done it before. If you think about the Solairs of the world and some others that came in, and we got Jock Peterson.
Yes, but they still had a choice to bring those guys back.
Well, yeah, I know, but you were really stuck with Soler, and when you were stuck with Ozuna, that was never happening, which is too bad because Solairs had a pretty good year. So I do White Sox players available because they're in town here because I think they're selling the whole bloody team. And right there, the first two things, Sports Illustrated, Texas Rangers linked to White Sox pitcher Lucas Giolito. Yahoo Sports, Dodgers reportedly interested in White Sox pitcher Lucas Giolito. So I'm thinking this is what goes back to my conspiracy theory about Kobe Allard.
Yeah.
I think the Braves are going to try and beat him to the punch.
I hope we do. But again, we do not need to do anything.
No, we don't.
Okay? We don't. I know it's hard because we're like, whoa, we got to get better.
It doesn't matter. The butt kicking has started now. Oh man, I'm tired. Carl, roll with me on this, okay? Butt kicking starts now.
Butt kicking starts now.
The real butt kicking. If you thought what you saw before was bad, oh man.
John, there are a lot of teams that are going to be chasing us and may even challenge us in the second half. Teams like Milwaukee.
What? For what?
Teams like Philly.
For Philadelphia chasing us? Well, yeah, they're not going to catch us.
Teams like Cincinnati.
I do like Ellie De La Cruz. I mean, I'll give him that. But chasing what?
Teams like Los Angeles.
Which one?
The Dodgers.
Now, that one I might have it. No, I'm just kidding. They're not going to catch us.
Teams like Miami.
What's our record against them? 74-1 or something? 85-1? I think we just beat them in a series like
1-9,
16-4, and 19-2.
Well, we've only got 3 games remaining.
See now I just made all 4,000 Marlins fans mad. Damn. Now they're going to get my grill.
None of those teams.
Oh no.
None of them?
No, of course not. The real butt kicking starts now. Nobody's catching this team. They are way out in front. Okay. Usain Bolt would actually be like behind in the first 30 meters, and then it was like, right? Okay?
Yeah.
So the Braves are like Usain Bolt, where they were just ahead after 30 meters. I mean, nobody's touching them.
What do you think about the Braves potentially targeting a pitcher in this series? You mentioned this the other day. I think it's plausible. I think it's reasonable to believe that Kobe Allard is being showcased in this series. But beyond that, what about the guys we're going to see on the other side?
Yeah, well, I mean, Giolito's the guy. He's not pitching. The White Sox are willing to listen to any team about any single player they have. I mean, I think they're going to go up there. Hey, we'll take the best offer for everyone we've got, and they'll trade anybody, and they may unload 5 or 6 players here in short order because that franchise, they're smart enough to know where they're at in their franchise. Was a time, who was it who said it the other day, that the Braves and White Sox 5 years ago were on the same path, and the White Sox just went way over here, and they failed. They have to do a hard reset with that White Sox franchise.
Yeah, Rob Bradford was the guy that was
exactly.
On. Yeah,
and he was right. And so they're willing to trade everybody. You give them 2 for 1, 3 for 1, they'll trade everybody.